Hello, all you coin collectors out there, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we have video number 6 in our large penny, large cent, small cent collections. And this is going to be the British Eastern Caribbean states. But first I want to show you something about the British Eastern Caribbean states coins, and we'll move these ones out of the way. I want to show you these 4 coins. 3 of them we already looked at in our large cent, small cent collection. This one here, of course, is the Queen Victoria from Great Britain or the United Kingdom, and just that beautiful Britannia on the back in a 1900 coin, as you can see. Let's get that light a little bit better. Certainly you can see it if we make the light a little bit better. And the next one of them is there's the George VI, Queen Elizabeth's father, the 1944 Australian, so that's exactly the same size. And then we have the Irish one pinion coin, and this is actually from the Irish Free States from 1928, and we put this in a video. And then we have this one, and this one's actually from the Eastern Caribbean states, but it doesn't qualify for one reason, and that is because it's a 2-cent coin. So the Eastern Caribbean states made their largest cent a 2-cent coin. So this one doesn't qualify, and that's why we have this one. Here is our 1-cent coin, the 1965. And as you can see, it's smaller, but we'll take it because it's way larger than this one. And that's the 1999 1-cent coin. And you can see that it's quite a different material too, if we can get the lighting set up. And this is just, this one on the right is just horrible to light because it's an aluminum coin. So let's take a look at these. This one here is a 1965. It says Queen Elizabeth II. The writing goes from the right of the coin, swinging around all the way up around behind her. And this is a Cecil Thomas portrait. And you know, you don't see these on the British coins or the United Kingdom coins. You only see them on the territories coins or the former colonies coins. It has a toothed inner rim, these denticles as they call them. She's wearing a great necklace here, and you look at the color on here that you're getting from this. This is just a very collectible coin. And then on the back we see that it says British Caribbean Territories Eastern Group 1965. And again, a great patina. It says 1 cent. And then we have this wreath coming up around. And these are actually palm tree fronds. In other words, the branches or the leaves of a palm tree. And this is a Thomas Humphrey Paget uh, engraving, and you know him from many of the British coins. So Thomas Humphrey Paget did this one. And what's really interesting about this is that they carried over the Thomas Humphrey Paget to this one. So if we look at them and get them, if we can get the light right again, this Thomas Humphrey Paget, it's the same exact coin, except this one says 1 here and then 1 cent at the bottom. This one says 1 cent right in the center just because of the way that the coin is set up. And then over here we see that it says 1999. So this coin is an aluminum coin, and there's a huge difference between the two. This one weighs 5.64 grams. This one weighs 0.8 grams. So essentially this one is 6.5 times heavier than this one. This is aluminum. The old 1 cent is a bronze. Of the two coins, we have no idea how many they made of this 1999. We just can't seem to get good numbers on it. Sometimes we get okay numbers on the proof versions, so we know that in some years they made between 2,500 and 5,000 proofs, but we don't have a good idea how many of these they made. This is probably worth about 25 cents US, about 20 pence United Kingdom. And this one here, we do have better numbers on this one. somewhat better numbers. And so we know that in 1965 they made 4.8 million. This 1 cent coin was only made from 1955 to 1965, but that's interesting to us in our large cent, small cent, because the British Caribbean territories always called theirs a cent. They never called it a pence or a penny. I mean, people commonly called it a penny, um, but they never wrote the word penny on these or pence on these Eastern Caribbean states. They always called them 1 cent coins. And they made 4.8 million of these, so there are plenty of these around. This is probably worth almost $1 US, or a little bit less than a pound United Kingdom. Well, these days the pound is going up and down a little bit, but still, the pound is worth more than $1 US. All right, well, that's all we have for video number 6 of our large cent, small cent collection. And remember that in Eastern Caribbean states, the large cent is a 2 cents coin, not a 1 cent coin.